IVM.
Some people think that Geek Fruits is a show about technology, but it's not. It's actually about us nerds. But if you are a tech head, that's a term I just invented for you, then you should definitely check out Shunya One, hosted by entrepreneur Shiladitya. It's a roundtable discussion about all the tech things you can find in India. Every week, check out the biggest headlines to dissect and discuss from tech, business, and the business of tech. That's Shunya One, every week on the IVM podcast app and anywhere you like to listen to podcasts.
Hello and welcome to the Geek Food Bulletin. Tejas.
Don't you flippin' dare.
Why?
Is this the first time we've been on a bulletin together in like ages?
Probably in ages.
Wow.
Are you aware of the complaints I've raised about your
Are you
bulletin
aware
intros?
of my response to your complaints?
Yeah, the response that brought the Dinks army out in droves. All two
Just
of
because
us.
I don't have an army, okay? Now here's the thing. We have spoken at length about this thing with Jishnu, a third party in this conversation.
Yes.
About how the bulletin...
I don't think Jishnu's a neutral third party. He's more just an agent of chaos.
He is an agent
He's
of
a bit
chaos.
of a... He's like if Loki also didn't care about
enough,
anything.
yeah. It's just like, yeah, alright, sure. He's kind of like an Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, he's a nihilistic anarchist.
Wow, nice.
Yes. Speaking of which, welcome to the Geek Fruit Bulletin. Some things are nihilistic, some things are anarchic, and here we are at the Geek Fruit Bulletin. See, that's an intro.
Wait, 1 second. How has this got to do with news
Should
and not
I
news?
Should I give you my planned intro? Well, at least it doesn't just rhyme.
Oh, but it was not about rhyming. It was just about how you can relate the rhyme to the show.
You're not even relating the rhyme anymore, Tejas. You just say like, what is this? Blank and not blank? Anyway, this is the Geek Fruit Bulletin. Is this not trues or is it not trues? Anyway, this is the Geek Fruit Bulletin.
Yeah, so I thought that was what you used to do, but then it's clear that
there's
you don't do anything.
Several layers
All you do
to
is say, is this... mine at least has a skill involved in rhyming. Yours is like, hey, is this a thing or is it not a thing?
Okay, there were many layers to how
things.
I created these intros, and you're someone who only took away the surface level meaning and not really the subtext.
That's a good definition of who I am.
You're like a bro who watched Fight Club and then went, right, this movie's about punching people. It's not. It's about making soap.
Yo, there is one goddamn rule. Okay, listen.
Sorry, my bad.
All right.
I'll see you at 8.
We're talking about...
For the not Fight Club?
For the not fight, the fights and the not fights.
Yeah, do you want to hear the intro I had planned? I was going to say like, I'm specifically avoiding news and not news rhymes. So I had this whole thing where I was going to go like, do you like fruit and nut chocolate?
Yeah, I actually do, yeah.
I don't like the fruits. And by the way, the fruits are raisins. Which is not even a fruit.
Of course it's a fruit.
It's not like there's pieces of orange in there. It's
a dried
fruit
grape,
that has been...
it.
Oh, it's a dried grape. It's a grape that's been left out in the sun.
What would you call a raisin? What category would you put it under?
Terrible? Is that a category?
Wow.
Raisins are the worst. It's like you
didn't
took a
have
grape...
a good trivia answer, so you answered with an insult. Okay, check it out. Raisins are nice because they are like they're tasty.
Oh, they're not.
Yeah, I like them.
They're essentially the juice of a fruit compressed into one little dried package.
Wow.
The dried fruit.
So you're an ageist.
An ageist? No, I'm an anti-raisinist.
That's not a thing.
I'm de-raisin.
So one second, so how do you have fruit and nut then?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
The worst. Nut. Amazing. Fruit? Yeah, get out of here.
Okay, that's weird. Why would you bring it up then?
I mean, the fruit was going to be news and the nut was going to be not news. I don't know.
What is the nut? What is there any news? Nut-related news? Actually, I don't want to know about this.
There is some chocolate-related news. Have you seen this Dairy Milk thing, which is several kinds of chocolate? So they go from like super dark chocolate to white chocolate
really
in one
funny.
bar.
It's really funny.
It's so stupid.
It's funny because... and actually a tweet put it out perfectly. One of the responses to this, basically, it was a chocolate bar that had, increasing shades of light and dark.
Oh, well,
basically.
I saw it as decreasing shades of dark, so I guess that's the way we see the world.
I said light and dark.
It's not. It's decreasing shades of dark and increasing shades of light.
Did I say increasing or varying? I said increasing.
You said increasing.
Of light and dark. Depends on which side you start from.
Strange, exactly. And I started from the dark side, and you started from the light side.
Yeah, that's a Jedi Sith thing.
That's the story of the Star Wars.
No, check it out. Here's what I thought. If you really wanted to integrate them, you should have put different cubes together.
Different cubes.
Yeah,
Meaning?
like they're slotted into cubes, right?
You're right. It's a segregationist chocolate.
It is.
Separate but equal is what they're doing.
But some are more equal than others.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Shame on you, Cadbury. I tried to buy that for the Chip Review, which
Right.
is a company I run.
Okay.
And
It's a stretch. Okay.
the running part or the company part? Probably both.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I tried to. It was available only through Flipkart for Independence Day.
This is weird.
But they would
Flipkart
take
is
4
doing
days
a
to
lot of this.
deliver it. And I was like, I want it on Independence Day or get out.
Wait, you couldn't purchase it from a grocery store? Or
I haven't
such?
seen it in any.
This is so strange because a thing that I truly wanted as well, just because it was in season, was an Oreo box which had a music thing attached
got
to
that.
it. Did you buy it?
Yeah, I played it. It's there's a story about it on the Chip Review.
How have I missed this? Because I asked
So
somebody
you
to
put
buy
the
it for me.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I bought it off Amazon.
Yeah, I was going to buy it off Amazon. Because
It was
why
available
do-
exclusively through Amazon.
Oh, I
These
see.
are both, by the way, international products that they're just retrofitting for India. So
Oh my
Oreo
God.
box, they were suddenly like, yeah, give it to your brother for Rakhi. Happy Rakhi. And
They're
this,
just like surplus stock.
the integration segregation chocolate was already an international thing, and they were like, yeah, Independence Day, duh.
And then didn't Cadbury also steal that BTS thing of sending the purple heart
Oh, did they?
in the comment section?
Yes.
Isn't that a thing that one of the BTS guys started?
One of the BTS guys started it?
I don't know. This is what I've been seeing on the internet.
I
I'm
see.
not thoroughly, a big stan of many of these.
You don't
K-pop.
stand? They
I
don't give you
stan.
life right now? They're not sending you?
They're sending. But yeah, I don't know much about it. And I'm okay with it. But this is something that I picked up on when I was.
Have you seen this trend of how, like, when you stand something so hard,
Yeah. You sit?
uh,
Oh, sorry.
you
Sorry.
incite physical violence? You're like, BTS, just punch me in the face and drive over me with a car. I love you so much.
Yeah.
Right? What is this?
It's aggressive love.
It's aggressive love. I did actually read a whole giant, like, long read article about it.
I think
it's very
what
interesting. There's
I
a lot
can-
of, like, a lot of nuance to the reasoning behind why people talk like that.
May I see if I can condense
Theorize,
that? Yeah,
please.
theorize? Yeah?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool. I may condense that article into a few simple thoughts. That you love something so much, you can let it do whatever you want to you and you're fine with it. And that's how
Yes.
I feel precisely. And I've said it to them.
Well, that's the
my
reasoning
cats.
behind, like, a lot of domestic abuse as well. So there's a strange line there.
It's a Stockholm situation.
Your cats are abusing you is what I'm saying.
No, but my cats are like the only living things on the planet where I can say, I was like, dude, you can do anything to me and I will always
I get it.
unconditionally love you. And that's true because they have annoyed the shit out of me.
I see.
But I'm just like,
You stan your cats.
I stand my cats.
You're just
I
like,
stan them.
Luke and Leia, step on my neck and break it.
They've been close.
We stand.
Dude, I have, many, well, actually my cats are not very aggressive in that regard. Like, they're lickers, not scratchers.
Are they,
the cat equivalent of lovers, not fighters.
They're lickers, not scratchers.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not scratchy in the least, but they do grip a fair amount.
They get pretty grippy.
They get a little grippy.
Yeah. Hey, I have
So
some food
it's
related.
fine, man. They love me. This isn't a scratch. I just fell down the stairs. Oh, why? Why would I make that joke?
That's
It's terrible.
weird.
The worst.
Hey. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Sorry, I'm cancelled.
How about some food related news?
Tell me the food-related news.
And also fitting well within the realm of things we speak about at Geek Fruit.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, there's fruit in our flippin' title, by the way.
Yeah, it's not a
What if
raisin
that
though.
fruit was a raisin?
Then we're cancelled.
Geek fruit or not?
A raisin is not a fruit. It's like if you take an apple and bake it into a pie because you've done something to the
beautiful.
fruit. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call it a fruit. It's an apple pie now. Similarly,
Yeah.
a raisin is a dry fruit, a dried fruit, or a dry fruit.
Yes,
as a-
it depends on whether it's got a good like a dry sense of humor or not. Sorry, we're both cancelled.
a raisin that's just like, that's not very funny, is it? A raisin that's basically
A
Alfred.
dry fruit is Alfred is a dry fruit. Check it out. Some would call him a prune. no, so check it out.
Hey, is a fig a dried fruit? I don't give a fig.
no.
Go on.
Oh, nice.
Aha. But is it?
If you can look at fig. Sorry, this is
yeah.
off the. This is why we haven't done a bulletin.
Oh
here.
my God!
Hey,
Do you
hey,
think the band from the Star Wars Cantina, Figrin Dan and the Modal Nodes.
Figrin, yeah.
Is he called Figrin because he's a fig?
Oh man, this is getting worse, dude.
No, I'm genuinely curious at this point
no,
because
that's Figrin Dan
George
is,
Lucas's nomenclature is weird at best. For example, the genre that they play is called jizz.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's called jizz?
It's called jizz.
Wow. I want to say they preempted what then became an internet slang.
Right.
That's
probably, hopefully.
Yeah, it came out in 73.
One can hope. Anyway,
sorry, what am I saying? 70? Yeah, 73. So check it out. I have
I'm checking.
Speaking of chicken.
Yeah.
Or should I say chicken?
Oh, okay.
KFC
right.
has announced a Steam game for PC. That's
okay.
Yeah. Which is a KFC themed dating simulator. Anime dating simulator.
A dating simulator?
Yeah, dating sims are basically like there are a lot of anime games like this where basically or actually just generally there are a lot of dating simulators where you play a game as a character, you can theme them, you can, basically just choose your name, your identity, blah, 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 all that stuff.
Sure.
And then you go and seek love in this kind of game by, a series of choices. And
is this with other people, or are you playing in a closed world kind of environment?
So some are closed world because they're story-based dating sims, and some are open world, and some are like,
I didn't know this was a thing, really. But so these are essentially, I mean, if it's multiplayer, role-playing games, or MMORPGs as they're called.
Correct.
Where it's a dating sim.
Yes.
Isn't that essentially just dating, except you're not physically meeting?
Well, I want to say these kinds of games were preceded like things like Tinder or dating apps, which is a common pool from which you're going one at a time and seeing if you match. In this, there's an open world. They've themed it, so it's like you can go into different maps and things like that. And those are like there are some kinds of games like that, but this one I'm not particularly sure exactly what it's going to be. But they've made a saucy man out of Colonel Sanders. Now he's a
saucy man.
Yeah, he's or should I say spicy and herby? But he's now a silver fox, as I'm demonstrating to you in Fig A.
I am okay. So essentially, he's
he's like a
hot. He's a hot colonel, basically.
Yeah, he's hot colonel. It's hot Sanders. Okay, cool. So the game is called.
So is he a character you can play?
I'm just coming to it.
Okay. The game is called. Tell me the game is called.
I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator.
Oh my god, I had so many expectations from that name, and that's literally the dumbest name they could have thought of.
But it's, so basically...
I Love You, Colonel Sanders?
A finger-licking good dating simulator.
Oh, the worst.
So check it out. Coming to PCs and Mac computers, the game goes through 3 acts in which users are given options that have an effect on the outcome of the game, as well as the chance to date the colonel.
Oh, so that's the goal.
Yeah.
You date the colonel one day.
Well, I suppose that's the goal. For all KFC employees.
One day I'll date the colonel.
One day I'll date the colonel.
Colonel, just throw hot fry oil in my face, I'll stand.
Yeah, that's exactly. The suave Colonel Sanders, in his signature all-white suit and folded to perfection bow tie, also joins the culinary school.
Is that a bow tie that he wears?
Ah, he joins a culinary school. So you go into
a culinary
school. Yeah, he has a kind of a bow tie. He's kind of like
it's like a bolo tie. No, Cuthbert Calculus has a regular tie, innit?
Depends on whether you're reading Destination Moon or something else.
Well, in Destination Moon, he's wearing an orange astronaut
jumpsuit. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, it comes out.
Those stories preempted the actual moon mission, man. It's amazing.
We have not even done an episode on Tintin Dog.
Oh my god, let's do that.
Let's do it. And we can talk about, obviously, the movie. We can talk about the animated TV show from the 90s. And then the animated one-offs.
Yes.
Which came out in like the 70s, I want to say.
Probably. Oh, so good though.
Yeah.
And the books, of course.
The books, yeah. Oh, yeah, about that.
I read a couple of them recently.
No, they're still amazing.
They're still great.
Yeah. And you know why they're still great?
Why?
It's because it's a limited edition.
What do you mean?
As in, there are no more books.
Yes, that's true.
As opposed to Asterix.
It was a complete series. Yes, Asterix is still going on.
And no one is really quite sure what's going on in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they write asterisk and then put a little asterisk at the top.
Oh. Okay. All right. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
The suave Colonel Sanders in a signature all-white and folded to perfection bow tie also joins the culinary school to embark on his journey of becoming the world's greatest fried chicken salesman, adding to your list of challenges.
But he
KFC
is
said.
already, isn't it?
I suppose he is, but there's a trailer.
There's a trailer. Okay.
We must watch this.
So in this, he is playing the colonel who hasn't invented KFC yet.
I
A
guess-
young, hot colonel?
Yeah, I guess is this a period piece? That's weird.
Maybe.
Because I would think it's a leg or a breast. Sorry. Okay, wait. The goal. Do you have what it takes to survive culinary school? Will Colonel Sanders choose you to be his business partner? Or maybe even so much more? That is weird.
That's really strange.
Find out in
Yo.
the most finger-licking
If you're
vid-
business partnering with him, don't even so much more with him. It's just like, don't, keep
it's-
those lives separate, man.
It's inappropriate to do that at work.
Probably is. I mean, sure, like, you can start a business together and be a couple, I suppose, but maybe if you started it together, that's strange.
We had an episode that was called the weirdest collaborations in nerd culture.
That's
Boom,
true.
Here we go.
That's
This is a
a-
weird one. KFC and video games.
I think KFC, and in fact, a lot of fast food chains, and this brings me to one of my favorite topics, corporate marketing. It's great.
I love it.
Yeah, pays my
but-
bills. But also, essentially at this point, the idea is just, hey, how weird can we be?
I'm not opposed to that. I like weird stuff.
Do
And I
you
like-
ever see KFC's gravy-scented candle?
No.
That was a big one like a year ago or a couple of years ago. They made a scented candle which smelled like KFC gravy.
Yeah. That's weird. That's kind of like being the guy or sitting next to a guy who brings KFC onto the flight.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. There was somebody put that tweet up saying, "Oh, if please don't buy KFC and enter a plane," and Andy Richter retweeted and said, "You can come sit next to me," which is really funny.
Nice.
But yeah, man, in terms of that, Taco Bell is really good on Twitter. Aren't they? Who's the fun? No, Wendy's. Wendy's is the
one
on Twitter.
who's like super
snarky,
Yeah,
the super
snarky.
snarky
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's great. And then KFC, didn't KFC have the whole thing where it was following only 11 people,
Yes.
and it was 6 people or something like that.
I believe they were they were following 6 herbs
6 herbs and
the 5 Spice Girls. Yeah.
because
That was a very even the dude
was
who
a-
uncovered it
Yeah.
was clearly an employee of whichever digital marketing firm came up with the idea.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's still good.
It's a good idea. It's funny, but also at some point I'm like, just f***ing sell your chicken,
If
man.
you didn't, well, why?
Essentially,
Is
at
KFC
this point, I feel like a lot of them are just doing things for the attention, and it barely makes sense
That's called
anymore.
advertising.
I know, but like,
That's literally advertising in today's day and age, man. You have to do
I
stuff which is
know it
weird.
is. I don't like it. Is all I'm saying.
That's because we're in the late stage.
Like basically every one of these brands is like the kid in class who's like, you know, doing gross stuff just to go like, yeah, check me out.
But this is
Attention.
not- this is
Look
hard.
at me. They
Attention
just look at me.
seeking.
Look at me.
Attention
Look at
seeking.
me.
This is a podcast.
Yeah, I know. And yet you're not looking.
Attention seeking is key brand work, man. Like
I know.
I mean, I think it's because you have spent too much time in it, and also maybe products like KFC.
It's not because I've spent too much time in it.
No,
In
I
fact,
think
very honestly, I will pitch this stuff. I have sold very similar things
Same, right?
to brands.
No.
But
Yeah.
I, as a cynical person, feel like this is not...
Oh, it's more of you being cynical than
Yeah.
me easily just putting it on the work that you do. You are just taking yourself out of this.
Yeah, I have quite literally done that.
Okay. All right. No, so here's my thing. I just feel like, I don't know if this is the distinction to be made, but is it just that when you have legacy products like KFC, McDonald's, Apple, blah, 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 which have been around for like 20 years,
Yeah.
do I really need to be sold like so hard? Don't come up to me with your flippin' Apple products and say I've put 3 cameras on it, but the specs. This product is going to change your life, because if it's not an iPhone, it's not an iPhone, man.
See, this is
I
the
don't like
aspect that I
shit.
have an issue with. That's the same thing that KFC, etc. are doing, right? They're
No,
saying...
actually, this is so funny. This
What's
is
this?
actually great.
The KFC dating thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but basically what they're doing is they're creating a personality for the brand and saying, wouldn't you be friends with this brand? That's why you should buy their products. It's like how we make friends with people and go like, what, you're coming to my show or what?
And something that still happens. So
Yeah.
speaking of which, by the way,
No, I'm not coming, Tejas. I'm not free that day.
you're in the band, Dinkar.
Oh, okay. I'll see if I'm free that day then.
We have a show on the 26th. That you guys love.
This has been the Geek Fruit Bulletin.
Filter coffee is a fascinating beverage. You need to pick the right beans, blend them in the right proportion, roast them to perfection, and slow brew at the right temperature to get the perfect cup. Which is exactly like great conversations as well. You need to track down the most interesting minds, get them into their zone, and settle down for an unhurried, unscripted chat. And coffee for me is always, always, always best enjoyed with friends. I'm Karthik Nagarajan, and do share my table as I meet some of the most interesting people I know and sit them down for a strong cup of coffee and an even stronger conversation. Join me every Wednesday for a freshly brewed episode. This is not frappe. This is the Filter Coffee Podcast.
Janice, what do you think couples did before TV was invented?
I don't know, go for walks on the beach, long drives, fancy dinners, have more sex maybe?
But what did we do when we decided to move in together? We debated between the Chromecast and the Fire Stick.
We gave up on sleeping early so we could stay up watching true crime shows.
We got ourselves 3 cat babies.
And basically became the cutest couch potatoes around.
Okay then.
In case you guys still haven't got it, we are a TV crazy, Netflix loving, binge watching Mr. and Mrs.
I'm Anirudh Kuha.
I'm Janice Sequeira.
And if like us, you snort TV for breakfast, lunch and dinner, this is the podcast for you.
Tune in every Thursday on the IVM podcast app or wherever it is that you get your podcast from. This is
Mr.
and Mrs.
Binge Watch.